Recovery is possible. If you or someone you know suffers from mental health issues or chemical dependency problems, we want to give you some hope. Hope that you can get well, because recovery is possible today. The U.S. Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration defines recovery from both substance use disorders and mental health disorders as a process of change through which individuals improve their health and their wellness, live a self-directed life, and strive to reach their full potential. Strive to reach their full potential. We are here to help guide you through that process. Who are we? My name is Chris, and my co-host, who you'll meet next week, is Phil. Between us, we've had over 30 years of experience in recovery. We've been through numerous 12-step programs, inpatient and outpatient rehab, therapy, books, seminars, hospitals, mental institutions, jail, you name it. We don't have all the answers, and like everyone, we are a work in progress. But between us, we have a wealth of experience and knowledge. And we want to share that with you, because that helps us. Through 12-step programs and other tools that I've picked up along the way, I've been able to achieve freedom from drugs and alcohol since December 20th, 2004. My disease really had a hold on me. It was so powerful, I was doing things in my addiction I promised myself I would never do. And I'm lucky to be alive. Many of you can relate, or you know someone who can. Our goal here is to share our experiences, help you find the strength and the power you need to recover, and give you some hope. Hope that you can recover, because recovery is possible today. We are creating a series of 52 videos designed to be viewed once per week for a year. If you watch diligently and do the homework assigned, you will have completed the 12 steps by the end of the year. With hard work and the needed support, you will achieve sobriety. But recovery is much more than abstinence or clear-headedness. It's living a joyful life full of hope, peace, and serenity. Our goal is to give you these things. Many people feel you'll never be able to say, "I have recovered." We believe otherwise. We know you will never be fully cured. Like cancer, you can put your addiction into remission, but it can always come back. However, you will be able to say, "I have recovered." The disease may always be lurking, but you will be able to say, write this down, it's important, "I have recovered from a hopeless state of mind and body." Phil and I will be giving you takeaways and tools throughout our videos. We'll try to keep our videos fun and interactive, but most importantly, educational. We'll be asking you to write down phrases, or as I like to call them, write down attention grabbers. Write that down for me. Attention grabbers. Statements that can help bring you back into the present when your mind starts to slip toward unhealthy thoughts. As you're probably aware, your addiction is a master at getting your attention. There will be times when there is nothing, absolutely nothing, between you and your drug of choice. But one of these tools or phrases, they can grab your attention away from relapse and put it right back on recovery. Our first takeaway is 4 words. 4 simple words. Trust in the process. Recovery is not a slam dunk or a silver bullet. It's a process. It can get very difficult at times, and some of it doesn't seem to make sense. But trust in the process. Write that down. Trust in the process. What's the process? Our program is based off of the 12 steps of recovery. However, here at the Recovery Channel, we understand there's a lot of people that have had issues with 12-step programs. The 12 steps don't make sense to them, or they think they have to be religious for them to work. Our goal is to present the steps in a way that makes practical sense. We also want you to know that you don't have to be religious. God is mentioned 6 times in the 12 steps, and that's enough to push some people away after their first meeting. We're not discouraging you from religion in any way. We just want to be very clear that this is not a religious program. This is a spiritual program of action. We are strong believers in Christ here, and we're not apologetic or shy about that fact. However, we also understand that there's a lot of people that are hurting and need help that are atheists, agnostic, or been traumatized by religion. So our goal here is to present and walk you through the 12 steps in such a way that does not emphasize any particular higher power. You don't have to believe in Allah, Buddha, or Jesus. Together, we will help you find what you need to be successful in recovery. That said, this is a spiritual program of action. Now write that down. Spiritual program of action. For this program to work, at some point, you need to come to the realization that there is a power greater than yourself in the universe. If you're having trouble with that idea, think about your addiction. Did you or do you consciously choose to do a behavior that is potentially ruining your life or killing you? Do you partake in activities that are contrary to your moral compass? Activities that hurt you and those that you love? Why would you do that? It's not because you're weak or you lack willpower or because you're a bad person. Could it be that there are powers in the universe, in your own mind, that are greater than yourself? It's a very hard concept to grasp, and if you're not there yet, that's okay. We just ask that you start watching our video series, and we'll tackle the whole higher power thing when the time comes. Another distinction of our program is that while we use the 12 steps as the basis for our guidance, we don't strictly adhere to only the literature provided by these programs. There's no doubt that the 12 steps work. No other program in history has helped more people overcome addiction. The original Alcoholics Anonymous, or AA, has been replicated by over 40 other recovery programs. But we believe that there are many other factors that also help in recovery. And we will draw from dozens of sources to provide you with a wealth of information and tools to help you find the peace and the serenity you so desire. You will find that we talk a lot about the concepts and principles behind the steps without necessarily dissecting the steps themselves. To illustrate this, here are the 12 steps themselves. I heard this shared at a meeting. I thought I'd like to share it with you. In the first step, I admit that I have a problem. Once I start, I can't stop, and my life becomes a complete mess. In step 2, I start to believe there's something out there. There's something out there that's going to help me not start. In step 3, I make a simple decision to turn my will, or what I want to do, over to the care of the power I found in 2. In step 4, I take a deep look within. I write down my negative thoughts, my fears, emotions, and actions that have ruled my life for years. In step 5, I simply read it to somebody. In step 6, I get ready. All I do is get ready to have this power that I found help me to remove my character defects. In step 7, I humbly ask this power, the one that I found, to remove my shortcomings. Character defects and shortcomings mean the same thing. They just didn't want to repeat the word. And then in step 8, I make a list. I just make a simple list of the people I've harmed and those I need to forgive. In step 9, I make amends, or I go make it right with these people, except when to do so would harm them or others. In step 10, I do a step 4 every day. In step 11, I stay connected with the power I found in 2, and I ask for knowledge and help. In step 12, I carry the message. I carry the message of hope, and I go help somebody. For the next few weeks, we'll be focusing on step 1, which is to admit we have a problem, and no matter how hard we try, we can't control it. If you're anything like me, I never really understood myself. I knew what was right, and I wanted to do what was right, but I kept doing the wrong thing, and I hated it. It wasn't until I surrendered to a program of recovery that I was able to find the help I needed, and I learned I was in complete denial of the severity of my addictions and mental health issues. Write this one down. Denial is the absence of rigorous honesty. I need to admit I have a problem and surrender to a process of healing. For me and millions of others, doing this gave me the opportunity to get well, to stay free from alcohol and other drugs, and manage my mental health issues so my life was manageable. In fact, my life today is amazing. Say that for me and write that down. Amazing. Add that to what you wrote down earlier. My life is amazing. I'm excited to have you join us on this journey of hope and healing. Next week, you'll meet Phil, who will start us off on step 1 and help you identify if you're an addict. See you then, and remember, recovery is possible today.